Jesus, that thing's badass. Come on in, I want to show you something, what's going on over here in the Skunk Works lab over at Mr. Studebaker. We're looking at a transaxle that's highly modified and components to achieve the desired results of over 60 mile an hour on a Cub Cadet. I think it's possible, and I think it's possible with the Lowboy Cub Cadet and a direct drive system. Kaiser's current system is running this pinion and a bull gear, and then it attaches to the input on the transmission. What I want to do is I want to make those gears go away. And in order to do that, this coupler needs to be installed. This goes right in to the creeper drive, and that's going to land right on this guy. So what I had to do in order for this to happen, I had to purchase another transaxle shaft. I took the temper out, I turned it down, and now it's a press fit onto that gear, which is also going to have a roll pin sitting on it to lock that into place. So I've got a direct drive onto this. But in order for this whole thing to fly and have a wet brake, which that guy is I had to chop the actual bull gear housing about a ½ inch or so, maybe more, maybe an inch. I'm not sure on the numbers. It's been a couple months since I've done this. Oops, too early. This is the plunger push pin. That goes down here. This is the caliper. The other half of the caliper, there's a brake pad that goes down here, and that squeezes on the wet brake. So that goes right in here. The only thing I have left to make on this whole assembly is this setup. I'm gonna machine this down, build the brackets, bolt them on, and then this guy is ready to go. The kick of this whole thing is everything is gonna go except the machine cut off part. The reason that was kept is because of this. It's got the brake pad on there for the wet brake. That is the secret sauce for this whole assembly. And the other half of the assembly is this is the Lowboy guts that goes into it. What I just made the other day is the CV. Look at the shininess on that guy. I believe this is one of my best works. I've never had machined up steel that was so shiny on the first cut. Beautiful steel, whatever it is. I don't know, it was a 4-inch block, so just started cutting it. That's the CV, and that guy goes right on here like that. And it's bolted down, and then the dry shaft is going to get welded onto this, and away we go. Comparing Kaiser's CV joint, which is, where'd it go? It's gone. See what I mean? This thing is still in Kaiser, but I don't know if it handles wheel stands or not. There's a couple other things. Oh yeah, here we go. In Cub Cadet shifters, and if everybody's driving one for any length of time, will know that these bells break off. They flex, they move, and then the minute they move, you lose the important keyway here, and that keyway keeps the shifter on track. Once this thing goes, you can move your shifter all over and you go nowhere. I've spent some time thinking about this, and I've come up with a biscuit system. And these have been custom fit to fit right in here. So that guy goes in here, and the intention is not to weld them to the bell, which this guy is, but to actually weld it to the shaft itself. Let's see if I can get this in here. Easy. No, it would help if I had the right angle on it. That gets welded to the shaft, and over here. I do not want any welds going on the bell. I don't want any distortions or take out any of the temper that may be in it, because that rides inside of this guy. And if you look carefully, you can see the pin in there. The pin is this guy. That's the next step in this process, is this pin loosens up. I mean, after 40 years, it's gonna loosen up. This one was loose. What I've done is I hammer forged, and I did in circles on an angle all the way around so I could get this guy nice and round. That's very important, because when this guy loosens up, is the same as this guy breaking, you're done, you're out of shifting. This is where I'm currently at on this build. Stay tuned, there's more to come. I got 2 months to build this. This tractor season starts up the 1st of January, and I am so looking forward to getting this tractor on the road. Next week, assembly. Studebaker out.